You know, I tell people all the time how much I absolutely loved Catherine when it first came out, but I don't think this game ever really got the credit it deserved. Sure, there's a cult following for it, and I think the reverence lies within them, but it never really blew up outside of that. Of course, it's a much more weeaboo-centric game. Being made by Atlus, of course, assures us of that. This is the Love is Over Deluxe Edition from back in the day. But that's not what we're here to talk about. Catherine, the full body, Heart's Desire Premium Edition. It's finally here, folks, and I am excited to finally dig into this. It eluded me for so long, coming out on the PS Vita in Japan, as well as the PS4. This is something that I've wanted for some time. The box here actually shows some of the typical puzzle blocks on the top, some screenshots on the back. The cover art, of course, is on the front, just some simple imagery on the side, and some more imagery on here with some of the collector's content. But with that all being said, let's open this thing up because I want to get into this. Oh, undressing it. Oh. For those of you who don't know, Catherine is a very interesting puzzle game about a very unremarkable young man named Vincent Brooks. He has a beautiful girlfriend named Catherine, spelt with a K, but one day after drinking too much and being out late because he's pretty much a useless jerk, he wakes up next to this gorgeous beast right here. She tells him that they had a great night together, and he starts having nightmares about climbing a tower. Other men are having these same nightmares, and those who seem to die in the dreams are apparently dying in real life. Thus, you must climb the tower, avoid the perils, while also avoiding this woman finding out about this woman. If you haven't played it, I absolutely recommend this. This game is super cool, and it really does make you feel something. I kind of felt guilty playing it. But still, it questions love and lust and people's desires in it, and it's got a lot to say, and there's a ton of endings, so you're not going to be left with any lack of content. Now, this is the re-release of the game. Ooh. And that, of course, means it has some new levels, some new content, characters that you can play as, and furthermore, just a really cool remaster. Taking a look at the box here, this is what you're greeted with when you play the game. This is styled like the Tower of Babel. And while this box is really cool, let's open it up. So if you're not familiar, the sheep are actually what the men are represented as in the dreams, so they all seem anonymous and none of them really know who each other is. Now this collector's edition comes with a couple things. One such thing is going to be the art book. Pretty standard stuff, nothing like a Japanese art book unfortunately, but still interesting all the same. It does have some cute imagery in it, very stylish. Very nice, high quality images, and very high quality paper and whatnot. So this is great, but I'm the kind of person who prefers real art books, so this isn't going to suffice for me. But hey, it's a nice casual thing to own. Additionally, it comes with the soundtrack, and of course Atlus games are typically known for having awesome music. Even back in the day, the original Persona games had some really dope music. This actually has 21 tracks on it, which is a nice amount of music, so hey, give it a listen. Finally, one of the more important things this comes with, oh my god, I haven't even seen this yet, but this is gorgeous. I don't think I could overstate how nice this steelbook is. I mean, look at the colors. It's this amazingly beautiful faded pink. And honestly, the one thing that I don't like about these steelbooks is that they typically get damaged very easily. But of course we have both Catherine and Catherine here with some sheep, and of course there is Vincent himself. The colors are awesome, very muted, but then that red is super striking. The blue of her eyes is gorgeous, and the red in the eye of the sheep is also nice popping. But man, this is beautiful. This is the new girl on the back. Apparently she is a trap. I'm not incredibly interested in that, but of course it does open up the game to have some more story options. Let's check inside.
Yeah?
Oh, here we go. So of course we have an insert telling you some health warnings, a bunch of sheep in the background, and then there goes the actual game itself. But what's funny is that it almost looks like this thing's been used already. It's kind of dirty if you can tell. Unfortunately, there's just the slightest little dent right here on the back of the case, but like I said, these steelbooks are impossible to keep in good condition. Now I've saved the most interesting piece for last, because that piece is going to be the Vincent sheep plush. This is really cute. Taking off the cellophane bag, we are greeted with an adorable little sheep here. Look at that face, it's so cute. This thing is really nice. There's a little bit of issue with some of that embroidery, but I'm not going to sit here and pick the thing apart. You can really only tell if you stared at it for too long. These are very high quality fabrics, very soft velvety stuff here, and then this nice plushy sort of wool. And of course, he is clad in the typical boxers that Vincent wears. And that's the full package. That's everything that comes with this deluxe edition of Catherine. And honestly, this is pretty much all it needed to be. The original came with a pillowcase and a shirt and a pair of boxers and an art book and even a soundtrack as well, but honestly, half of that stuff wound up in the trash. The shirt faded over time and fell apart. The boxers were kind of strangely uncomfortable, but beyond that, the pillowcase was gross and it shrunk up incredibly small. Still, this stuff here is a nice little collection of items, and it's only an additional $20 on top of the price of what a normal game would cost. So if you want to get this, it's something like $80 USD, and that's, I think, a fair price for what you get here. The Steelbook alone is an amazing addition, and honestly, I could see people paying it for that. And this thing didn't seem to be incredibly hard to get, because up until like the last week you could reserve this thing from Best Buy even. I'm incredibly excited to start playing Catherine again, and I'm happy to have it back in my collection on a system that I currently own. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you did like it, please make sure to leave a like. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do so, or you may die in your dreams. Have you played Catherine? Or what do you think? Is Catherine with a K or Catherine with a C a hotter girl? Comment below. If you want to watch another video, I'm going to link one on screen here. Make sure to click it even if you have seen it, because it does help the channel. Until the next video, have an awesome weekend, keep climbing that tower, and keep on collecting.